Well, hi there. Welcome back. It's another Comedy Spot live show. This is Debate Masters, not Master Debaters, like I said on the last show. Debate Masters. The host of this and producer of this show is Dayna Bryant. I'm going to bring her on in just a second. Before we do, I just want to remind everybody, if you haven't done this already, help us out. Like, follow, and subscribe on all of our platforms. So Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. And if you like, you can support us by sending in some money on Venmo or supporting us on Patreon. We have a show coming up on Saturday at 8 p.m. It's an exclusive live stream show. If you're a Patreon member, you get to see that for free. If you'd like to see it, there is an exclusive link that you can get by buying a virtual ticket. It's $10, and you will get that link sent to you when you buy the ticket. Also, and I'll just do the plug now and then I don't have to do it later, we have online classes. So for all of you that aren't around Sacramento, you can take sketch or screenwriting, storytelling, stand-up or improv online at saccomedyspot.com/online. That's all the online classes we offer. And guess what? Our in-person comedy school is coming back finally in first part of July. So if you're currently enrolled in the class and it got cut off, we're going to get back into it soon. And then we're also going to be offering brand new in-person classes. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Okay, with that being said, let's bring all that. That's a lot of information. Let's bring out your host and producer of tonight's show. Everybody, please welcome Dayna.
Hello. I'm also going to give you a bunch of information, so hopefully there's room in your head. Okay. So welcome to Debate Masters. Definitely got it wrong, Brian, but that's the point. It was funny. So what we're going to do tonight is I have two hilarious comedians that are going to debate your silly, unimportant topics. So something that you definitely wouldn't mind bringing up at Thanksgiving dinner for all your friends and family. So what we're going to ask you to do right now is put topics in the comments about things that you want to hear debated. It could be something like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Or, who's better between your mom and your dad? Like, I don't know. Like, whatever the topic is. I'm trying to come up with new ones every time, and it's not always working. So put it in the comments what you want the topics to be, and I'll give you some more information. So essentially what's going to happen is the debaters are going to take turns picking which side of the debate they want to argue, and then they'll get a minute for their argument and a 30-second rebuttal. And then we'll take it back to the audience, and you get a vote on who the winner is. We have a bracket going on, so if you tuned in last week, you know that Keisha won the first round against Tessa, and this is round 2 to see who goes on to the semifinals. Ooh. So now I'm going to introduce our debaters. Our first debater we have is Casey. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Casey. I've played this one other time, and it was super fun, and I learned a lot about chicken wings and about Seinfeld, and it was a good time.
Okay, and our second debater is Mike. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Mike. I have opinions, and they're very strong.
No true words are spoken. Okay.
And Dayna, I don't mean to interrupt you. I just want, there's a lot of people that are commenting about the speed of the show tonight. It's like buffering and stuff like that. Okay. It sounds as if that YouTube is way better. So you might want to jump off of Facebook and run over to YouTube and try that. As far as on my end, it's one of the rare times that I'm not causing the technical difficulties. It's the stream is solid coming from us and into Restream, which means it's either Restream, Facebook, YouTube, one of those platforms. But it sounds like Facebook is having a pretty shitty time of it right now. So maybe run over to YouTube. I see a lot of people that are making that switch right now. So yeah, it must be Facebook. So if you're watching from Facebook, try to run over to YouTube and catch it. We have Sacramento Comedy Spot is our, or it's YouTube/Sac Comedy Spot. That's where you can see the live there if you're not already, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. See, you should have done that already, and then you'd already know. Okay, Dayna, it's all you.
Or as Evan keeps calling out, you go to Twitch if that's your thing as well.
Yeah, he says YouTube or Twitch are both. Twitch is pretty solid for me. So there you go. There you go.
Yes. Okay, so I think we hopefully will start getting some comments coming in with topics. Hopefully now that everybody's resituated.
Oh yeah, so I don't even know if they heard you. So yeah, go ahead and put topics in the comments, and then I'll read those later on to Dayna, so she can choose what you'd like them to debate about on top of Dayna's topics.
So we had actually in the top 10, someone said, oh, they should debate Aladdin versus Flynn Rider in the debate show. Since we have a little bit of a lag, we could have our debaters do that while we get comments in.
That sounds good.
Okay, so I'm not going to flip a coin. I'm just going to arbitrarily let Casey pick first.
Okay.
She's on the left of my screen. Okay, Casey, would you like to debate for Aladdin or Flynn Rider? And I'm assuming you both know enough Disney to like do this. I don't want to bias anyone.
I'm good, yeah. I will pick Aladdin.
Okay. So that means that Mike gets to do Flynn Rider. Okay. And Casey, your minute starts now.
Okay, so Aladdin is the superior choice to Flynn Rider. Aladdin came out in the 90s. He and Jasmine are part of the Disney royalty pantheon and have been much longer, whereas Flynn Rider came about during the Disney Pixar divorce. So they're not exactly legitimate Disney royalty. Aladdin has a Broadway musical. He has a story time session. He has his own ride in Disney World. You used to do a meet and greet outside of the Tiki Room in Adventureland. Aladdin is far superior. He talks about giving back. He has a very community-minded heart and mind, whereas Flynn Rider is a thief.
Oh.
That was very succinct and to the point. Okay, Mike, your minute starts now.
You know, there's something to be said for Disney royalty. Things that have stood the test of time. Of course, Aladdin has stood the test of time, but Flynn Rider has been holding his own for the past, 10 years or so, and is showing no signs of slowing down. He truly is the millennials' Disney prince. And as we all know, the millennials are the ones that are going to be deciding who the real royalty is in future years. Now, as everybody knows, Disney takes classic stories, modernizes them, and turns them into something truly beyond any expectation previously. And Flynn Rider is the hero that we all need. He did something involving long hair, because that's the movie. I know that.
Great.
Something involving long hair.
Hey, you're asking me to talk about Disney.
I loved it.
Okay.
So now,
Okay, Casey, your rebuttal starts now.
okay, so as I saw in the comments, yes, Aladdin does steal as well, but he gives that loaf of bread to impoverished children, whereas Flynn just steals for his own self-serving purposes. According to the millennial argument, I would argue that Aladdin is more appropriate, the millennial icon. Look at that vest. Look at those very 90s throwback pants, the cute little hat, the long scruffy hair. He's magnificent. He also has 3 movies to Flynn Rider's 1.
And Mike, your rebuttal starts now.
Okay, well, first of all, millennials were not the ones setting the fashion in the 90s. That was Gen X. So, okay. As for Flynn Rider being a thief, he's a thief that is just stealing hearts all over this planet. The hearts of the people that know he is the true future Disney prince, and an overlooked Disney prince, if I must say. He really, he's got the hair going. He's,
Oh man.
Okay, and as we go over to our audience to vote, just a reminder that for this show, you're voting based on the arguments of our debaters and not based on your own personal preferences. So please keep that in mind. And if you want to go ahead and start putting in the comments who you want to vote for, we'll count fingers ready.
All right. While we're waiting for people's votes to start showing up, let me share with you some of the topics that they suggested for later on. I think they're up here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We got this. Okay. Bikes versus scooters. Let's see. Alfredo versus marinara. Let's see. I just have to keep scrolling. So a couple people got theirs in early, and then once we got all the shuffle over to YouTube, we had a whole bunch more. Cats and dogs. Cats or dogs. Babies or puppies. Movies or books. Beards, yes or no? Small dog or big dog? Prince Eric or Aladdin? Let's see. That's about it. That's what we have so far. Oh, I'm sorry. Aang versus Zuko. Is that a thing? Did I say that right?
No? I think that's one of Evan's Avatar things.
Oh, got it. Let's see. Netflix versus Hulu is another one. PS4 versus Xbox One is another. So yeah, there's a lot of good ideas in there.
Okay.
Let's
great.
see. I'll start reading off votes. Also, Amy Church said, ending argument strong there, Mike, when you said, and something. Actually, Evan had a really funny hashtag. Hashtag Mike hasn't seen Tangled clearly.
I don't think this was a have you seen Tangled debate, though.
All right.
Okay.
All right, now here are your votes. Starting with Kat. She says Casey wins. Casey wins hard. Casey. Amy says Mike. Sarah says Flynn Rider is pretty hot. I don't know if that's a vote for Mike, but I think that's a vote for Mike.
Is.
Amy says Mike. Casey and Aladdin took that for show. Aladdin wins again. Casey, Mike, Flynn Rider. Voting for Mike. Mike, Casey. I think that's it.
Okay, that was a really close one, but Mike came out with one vote ahead for that one.
Oh, wow.
Wait, I froze like crazy and I just heard like robot noises. What happened?
You lost. Sorry. But
I lost. Okay, I mean Flynn is hotter, but like Aladdin doesn't have nipples and that's a mystery. So.
No.
By the way, a couple people gave you more topics. Somebody said Disney Plus versus Netflix, but my favorite one is from ACLU Tear. He said Netflix versus chill.
I don't know if that'll be fun or uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay, so Mike won that. I updated his point, so you are good to go.
Okay. So thanks for this next one. Let's do books versus movies. I think that's a topic. And this time we're going to kick it over to Mike, and you get to pick what topic you would like to debate. Books or movies?
You know, as they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And a moving picture? Well, that's a lot of words, let me tell you that. Now, books have fandoms, and movies have a lot of pressure to live up to those fandoms. But the movie can put images in your head, on the screen, present a condensed version of the story that you can watch in a couple of hours, whereas you might spend days reading a book. Movies are a way to see so many new stories, so many new perspectives. You get cinematography with movies. You get incredible acting, writing, screenplays. It truly is the work of thousands coming together to create something nobody could do on their own. And movies just allow you that escape to see something larger than life in the best way with popcorn.
Okay, great. And Casey, your minute starts now.
Okay, so books are superior to movies because books can be accessible at multiple age ranges. It's our first introduction to narrative, so it's the foundation for all movies comes from books, and all books come from myth, and those get passed down as well. Books are foundational. Books also, you get to create the monsters in your own head if it's scary. You get to make all the subtext of the sexy scene as naughty as you want it to be. So whatever your fantasy is, maybe you insert it. Um, have you seen a scary movie and the monster is disappointing or the CGI doesn't age well? With a book, it's all the power of your imagination. They are more portable. They're inexpensive. They're free if you go to the library. They are for the everyday person. They're for all persons. I mean, where else in the world? I just don't think this movie is ever going to get made. But man, Joe Biden and Obama on mystery noir thrillers, that's fantastic. Um, Sometimes too movies get edited because they're too extreme in the book, so you're not going to get certain scenes in the original Slumdog Millionaire. No, you're not.
Time. Okay, and Mike, your rebuttal starts now.
Okay, I don't even care if I'm going to use up some of my time. I'm going to say I need that Obama noir thriller. Anyway, with 23 seconds left. Movies not aging well is nothing against movies in general. That's something against bad movies. If a movie's CGI ages poorly, it's because the CGI was bad. Great CGI doesn't age ever. Look at Mad Max Fury Road. That is full of CGI, but you don't notice it because the practical effects are enhanced by it. It is truly a masterwork.
That's time.
Okay. Now, with books, you have the freedom of choice. There's so many more options. So if you want post-apocalyptic, you have the original World War Z, which is a completely different story. You have I Am Legend, which has 2 different endings and gets made only into one decent movie. You have Lovely Bones, which is far, far scarier in narrative form. There's so many more options with a book. We all start with the cardboard books. It's also how we learn to teeth. You should not teeth on a DVD, and you can't teeth digitally. These kids don't know how to navigate anything. Their fine motor skills are impacted when they only have movies and not books.
Time. Okay. So now we're going to send it back to the audience. Who do you think won this debate? Do you think it was Mike voting for movies or Casey going for books?
All right. While you are putting in your votes, I'll read some of your comments from their debate. Another suggestion for a topic tonight is Facebook versus YouTube. Who would have thought that would be? Let's see. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Wait. It's coming. Sarah A said, she said insert.
I did.
Kat said exactly, Casey. Yes, your imagination. Let's see. I like both, but my wife votes books. All right. CGI was better in Lord of the Rings than The Hobbit. This is Keisha. My phone died. All right, here we go. Now you're getting into, here, get your fingers ready. See, books. Mike. Books. Casey. This is a tough one, but I vote Mike for the win. That's Amy Church. I got to go with Casey. Casey for books. ACL says my legs are so pale. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you get your vote in. Let's see. Kat votes Casey and Keisha votes Casey. So you picked up 2 votes there. Mike looking like a snack. Whoa.
Thank you.
Sarah says, Casey, I enjoyed her show and tell. I think that's it for votes. So
yeah, I think that one was very clearly Casey for that one. So we're now tied after 2 rounds. I would just like to mention that you can't get your legs any less pale with books or movies. So that was not. Okay. I feel like some of these topics are very like personal, but it's more fun that way.
Yeah.
So the next topic we're gonna go with beards. Yes or no?
Okay.
And Casey, you get to pick this time.
Okay, I will pick the yes.
Okay.
Okay, do I start now?
Your minute starts now. Yeah.
Okay, so beards are the go-to. That is the right way to go for a man. I'm all about natural body hair. Be who you are, celebrate who you are. And a beard is a sign of testosterone. It's a sign of health. And yes, they come in patchy when we're younger, but that's also part of the growing process. That's part of puberty. And you have those aches and pains, those growing pains together. It's something that unites you to other masculine bodies. Beards are sexy. Let's be real. It's the difference between a dad and a daddy. You want a beard. You want something you can just stick your fingers into. They're fantastic. And if you're, looking to hang on to a snack and be a snack, you can store some later food in it.
Okay, beard is snack receptacle. That's a thought. Okay, and Mike, your minute wins now.
Trying to decide how much I want to win this.
Okay.
In the classic 2012 picture, The Dark Knight Rises, Bane famously said, "Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask." And here in 2020, I can relate to Bane, because in a way, nobody cared who I was until I put on the beard. Because you know what? I gotta say, it's been fun getting some attention the last few months on Comedy Spot Live and all, but man, have I been getting lots of comments on this, and it just looks good on camera. You got to see me in person. I have been a classically clean-shaven person for my entire life until COVID. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I'm telling you, I think I might have to get rid of it after this. It's the natural state, even though you have to do something to get to it.
Okay, and that's time.
Okay. So my rebuttal to that would be, Mike, it's dashing, it suits your face well, and with great power comes great responsibility. If you're suddenly realizing you're getting a lot of attention from the ladies, my God, or whomever that you desire, my God, embrace it and celebrate it. You have a sexuality, you should enjoy it. If the beard empowers that and brings that out in you, fantastic. But if you're feeling a little more private, maybe trim it down a little. But beards, how can you not? How can you not?
Okay, and Mike, your rebuttal starts now.
I don't really know if we're arguing anymore. This is just a nice conversation. Yeah, thanks, Kate. Yeah, that was very uplifting. I guess it's just, if you want to decide that you do want to invite something like that into your life, it's just one more thing you're gonna have to maintain. And me being a guy, I don't spend a ton of time getting ready in the morning, and I like to keep that situation as quick and painless as possible.
And that's time. Okay, so now we're going to send this back to the audience and vote. Who do you think won this debate? Casey with yes beards or Mike with no beards?
And just for clarification, you have to vote Casey or Mike, because at times it seemed like you were debating 4 beards. So
I think the point was
that
I'm still me, but like the beard, I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say.
All right, let me go back and read some comments. Let's see. Tim said, Mike had me at Dark Knight Rises and Bane. Mike's going to have to shave on a live to win this one. Amy is like, how is Mike going to turn this one around? Evan said, wait, is Mike arguing for or against beards?
I don't even know anymore.
Tim Crump said, wait, so was Mike arguing for or against beards? Jess says Casey wins because Mike said that he would shave. That's a good point. Let's see. All right, let's get to some voting here.
Okay.
Casey says, or Leisha says Casey pro beard. Virginia says Casey. Mike anyways. Voting Mike because somehow he argued against his own side and it's a first. Keisha said Mike. Let's see. My vote. Tim and his wife canceled each other out. One voted for Mike, one voted for Casey. Evan says, I'm very confused. Jeff says Casey. Donna says, I'm not sure that Mike wanted to win.
I got Donna and Corrine too.
Corrine says Beards, voting Mike to give him attention. He deserves. Donna says I vote for Casey. Kat says Casey. Joe says Casey. Evan says Mike. ACLU Terra says Brian. I have a beard. See, we are learning things about everybody tonight. That's the last of the votes, though.
Okay, that was another close one, but eking it out with 2 votes was Casey.
Whoa!
Thank you. That was fun.
And I mean, I don't usually like to get in on these topics, but if you ever saw that scene from How to Get Away with Murder, when that guy Frank shaved off his beard, they hide some sexy jawlines that you cannot mix. Like, that is a crime.
Oh, you're in season 3.
Oh, no, I watched them all, but I'm just saying I like me a nice jawline.
I restarted. I just watched that episode again.
I'm still going back to the top 10 with all the hot animated guys. Okay. If people want to put more topics in the comments, we got a couple here, but I'd love to hear if you had any other ones you came up with now that your brain juices are flowing. So go ahead and put those in the comments, and I will start with one that I have here.
Okay. By the way, Tim Crump says, by the way, Facebook is still on movies and books.
Oh.
Oh, Sarah says, wait, I voted Mike. That's okay. He was 2 points behind, right, on the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat or Keisha.
But we wanted to make sure we count all
my
votes.
topic next time.
What'd you say, Mike?
I'll actually debate my topic next time.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Here's some suggestions for. Oh, do you want those now or do you want to wait?
Now's fine too.
Okay. Porn or imagination from Kat. She said, but then she said JK. No, you don't get to JK your suggestion.
We're gonna keep this PG.
Vanilla versus chocolate ice cream. Let's see. Everyone is like, wait, Evan voted for Mike too. And then Nicole's like, I voted for Mike too. You guys, you're killing me.
But we saw Evan's vote.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think yeah, you're fine. We're good.
Okay.
Ice cream versus cake. Let's see. Circus versus theme park. That's a good one. And that's it for now.
Okay, yeah, so let's go with the ice cream versus cake because we don't have a food one yet. So, Mike, you get to pick first. Would you like to debate for cake or ice cream?
I'll do ice cream.
Okay, and Casey, you'll do cake. And your minute starts now.
Picture being a child, full of wonder, full of excitement, and hearing that jingle going down your street. And you are running out that door to chase down a truck for what? No, it's not a cake truck. It's an ice cream truck. It turns anybody into a kid. There's one that pulls outside of my work every couple of weeks, and all of the salespeople run outside to get ice cream. Everybody loves ice cream. Cake, that's just a thing that you put ice cream on to make better. Ice cream comes in every flavor you can imagine, every style. Everybody loves it. You can get dairy-free if you are lactose intolerant. You can get frozen yogurt if you want a different option. Ice cream is America in a cone.
Wow.
And Casey, your minute starts now.
Okay, so cake is the superior dessert. It's also the more accessible and the more frequent dessert because you have angel food cakes, strawberry shortcake, birthday cakes, wedding cakes. When we grieve, we eat cake, like at funerals. When there's a new baby and maybe there's a baptism, there's a cake. Cake is celebratory. Cake honors life and milestones. Cake is an anchor point to your life experiences. It's that touchstone. Maybe you remember the cakes you had at past birthday parties, or a friend's cake at a past birthday party. My grandmother used to make cakes professionally. She also made very naughty cakes, which I found out when I was much older. Cakes are fantastic. They're in offices. We still, as adults, celebrate cake. You can get them in pop form. You can also get them in a small cup cake. There's so many sizes to cake too.
Okay. Great. And so, Mike, your rebuttal starts now.
Well, Casey is right. Cake is pretty good. One particular kind of cake, actually. Ice cream cake. You knew that your birthday was the shit when you were a kid if you had an ice cream cake. I mean, that made everybody go wild. See, cake on its own is not enough. You either need ice cream with it or ice cream in it. I mean, nobody is going nuts just for cake. Cake is just too dry. Like the frosting ratio is all gone. You get the corner piece and then you just get the piece that just is way too sugary. No. Ice cream is through and through always the same.
Okay.
Okay. So to your first point about ice cream cake, I'd like to break that apart grammatically. Ice cream would be the adjective to modify the noun, and adjectives can't sit by themselves. So ice cream is dependent upon cake, whereas cake is the noun. Cake is the foundational piece. You can't have ice cream cake without the true root of it all, the foundational piece, the keystone, if you will, which is cake. With that too, some people really like the frosting pieces. Some people like fondant. There's entire shows dedicated to cake, and there's not shows dedicated to ice cream. Cake Boss, Cake Wars, all the Bake Off shows. Those are cake, baby.
Time. Okay. So our great ice cream versus cake debate. So now back to the audience. And again, please vote based on who argued it best and not your own personal preferences, even though one of these is clearly better than the other. So are you going to vote for Mike with ice cream or Casey with cake?
By the way, let's see. I lost it. I keep losing stuff in the comments. Tim Crump voted right after they were done and said, my vote is ice cream. Kathy's vote is ice cream. So we have 2 votes ice cream. Let's see. Jabberwocky said, I tried to bake a cake at 2 a.m. yesterday and it tasted like poop. Let's see. Okay, people are starting to vote. So Corrine says, my girl Casey. Jabberwocky says, Mike. Missy says, Casey wins with grammar. Nicole says, Mike. Virginia says, Mike. Kat says, Mike wins this one for me. Mike this time. Evan says Casey. Kat says Mike. Oh yeah, we already had Kat.
No, because Keisha and Kat are using the same phone.
Gotcha. Kevin says ice cream. That's Mike. Casey lost me with grammar lesson. Oh!
I'm sorry, adjectives modify nouns. That's what they do.
That doesn't change
Ice cream cake. What kind of cake? Ice cream cake.
Tim Crump said, Mike had me at ice cream is America in a cone. Joe Lewis says cake. Ice cream is America on a cone. Mike 2020, that's my vote. Let's see. Mike knows he's going to win this thing. Let's see. Wait, not anyone vote for Mike. Keisha's her own person now. Okay, got it. Okay. My phone is alive now, says Keisha. Great. I appreciate the grammar lesson. Change my vote to Keisha. That's our original vote to Casey from Keisha. That's it. All right. That's it, I think.
I think it's Mike's through and through.
Yeah, that one was pretty uneven in the votes. So that was definitely Mike. So after 4 rounds, we are even.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if I have a topic that I feel like won't be super biased one way or another. Does anyone have any last minute topics they want to pitch?
Yeah, if you have any other topics, go ahead and pitch those. Jeff says he's heading over to Rick's Dessert Diner for some cake and ice cream right now. Cheesecake versus ice cream cake.
I think everyone's a little hungry.
Two things had to be done to cake to make it better.
Lice versus fleas. Jessica Rabbit versus Lola Bunny. Let's see.
Evan.
Commas versus semicolons. Glasses versus contacts. Improv versus scripted. Let's see. I'm jumping over to YouTube. It's lonely on Twitch. Thank you, Evan. That's it so far. Those are the categories that people pitched out.
Okay. I'm trying to think what I want to do.
Kat, by the way, Kat says boobs versus butts. JK.
No, don't JK. That's so fun.
Do we want to do boobs versus butts?
Oh my God.
Your mic, if either of you would like to object to that topic, you could do.
I do not object. That's hilarious.
Okay, then let's do it. Casey, it is your turn to pick first. So would you like to argue for boobs or butts?
Oh man, they're both so magical. I'm gonna argue. Oh man, this is where I feel like I win or lose it on this choice. Like, damn it. I'm gonna argue for boobs.
Okay.
Okay.
Solid
Thank you.
Solid choice.
I have some, so it's pretty nice. Okay.
Okay, Casey.
All right.
Starts now.
Okay, so butts, though glorious and supple, are not special because everybody has one. And when you sit on it, nobody gets to appreciate it because you don't get to see it. Boobs, a little more rarefied. And man, do they come in so many different fun sizes and shapes and levels of fullness and where they most carry their weight. And they're beautiful. There's a reason why so many of the figure paintings feature nude women. A body with breasts is beautiful. A body with breasts is sensual. There's a natural intimacy and a natural sexuality to it. And we appreciate breasts. Breasts also are a source of life through breastfeeding. So if you're thinking, you know what, stop objectifying women, start recognizing that they're mammals. You're right. We feed babies with our breasts. One of my friends just donated 12 gallons of breast milk to some Leche League recently. Her boobs are a machine. She is Boob Wonder Woman. It's amazing.
Okay, thank you, Casey. And Mike, your minute starts now.
In the words of famed lyricist Anthony L. Ray, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. That's right, Sir, he was knighted, Mix-a-Lot, wrote the anthem for an entire generation and beyond. See, people write songs about butts. There may be paintings with boobs, but butts are a part of culture and have been and will be forevermore. Everybody likes a nice handful of butt. I mean, come on. Teammates in the dugout spanking each other on the butt after a home run. It's a sign of bonding. It's a little bit toxic. But you know what? With consent from all parties, it is a good time for everybody. Something, don't want none unless you got buns hung.
Okay. So my rebuttal, I appreciate the notion of consent. That's beautiful. But with that too, the bonding that happens with, oh, are your boobs coming in? Oh, my boobs are coming in. Oh man, I wonder, boob fairy, how big will they be? Like that's, or how small will they be? Because moms are too big and that scares me. There's so much bonding. We're so tied to this, and all the fertility goddesses, we go back to Mesoamerica. Those were some well-busty women. We're not really focused on the booty. Our fertile crescent is all about the breast.
Okay. And your rebuttal starts now.
It is true. The male gaze, and everybody's gaze, I guess, does go toward the breasts, but almost to the detriment of our culture. Like studies have shown that as time goes on and our culture becomes more and more obsessed with fixating the male gaze, what are we really doing? What are we really going towards? Like, look at the Carl's Jr. ads. Look at movie posters that just center on like a female from the neck down. I mean, that cannot be good for society, however pleasurable boobs can be.
There you go.
Okay. So that was lovely. Thank you. So we're going to shoot this back to the audience. Again, you're going to vote for Casey if for boobs and Mike for butts. And I'm trying to say this with a straight face. And again, please, this is the most important. Don't vote for your favorite and your own personal preferences. Vote for the arguments. Thank you.
I'm going to read some comments before I start to take the votes. Amy Church at the beginning of this said, I hope Mike is an ass man. Get ready, get real passionate about it, dude. Let's see. Kat said that she was fully neutral and can't wait to be swayed. So there we go. Let's see. Amy Church also said 12 gallons?
Yeah, she froze it, and she had a photo of this like partly in her freezer and then in a cooler. I showed it to Joe, and it was like all of that came out of one body. Like, holy shit. And her baby don't need it. Her baby's fine.
Amy Church said, I was hoping Mike would use that lyric, the Sir Mix-a-Lot video or song. Let's see. Keisha laughed when you said he was knighted. Let's see. All right, so here we go. Here are the votes. Nicole says Mike has my vote. Jess says Mike. Leisha says Mike. ACL Uter says Mike speaks the truth. Let's see. Mike totally won this. Sarah says Mike, this is the best argument ever. Vote for Casey. But everyone has a butt. Let's see. I'm still going. Casey, you did amazing, but I got to go with Mike. That's from Jess, I mean. Mike. You can only vote once. Casey. Best argument ever, Casey. Alicia says Mike. I like Mike's. No, stop it. Let's see. Vote for Mike. For Casey. For Mike. This one is hard. Nicole says Mike. Let's see. ACL votes for Mike. Kevin votes for butts. Let's see. Mike. So, that's about it. I think that is. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Kat did say that Casey won me over with the female bonding thing.
Thank you.
And ACL Uter says some men have boobs too.
This is true.
That's true.
Okay. Clearly that one was, if you counted along with me, Mike won that one by a lot of votes.
Everybody has a good handful of butt.
I guess Mike really is an ass man.
Well, I knew they were both really good choices, and
Oh, you couldn't go wrong.
You really couldn't go wrong, but I also didn't want to put Mike in an odd spot about talking about breasts. So I was like, I don't know.
I didn't know
if that would be rude.
I thought that was a good move.
You argued that beautifully.
Thank you. I just thought it I don't know, it wouldn't get weird on either end. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Mike arguing the fact that Mike has a butt allowed him to talk about butts where it didn't seem weird.
Yeah.
Yes. Which means that you are implying that because I have boobs, I can talk about it. Yes. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't have a boob experience. I mean, I have my own boob experience. It's mostly like, shit, I can see my nipples through the shirt. That's my usual boob experience. So, anyway, you did great.
second hands.
Yeah, a secondhand experience.
I have secondhand experience. You guys are terrible tonight.
This was so fun. Oh my gosh, I had such a good time. Are we done? I didn't want to be rude and assume.
Yeah, well, I think we hit the end. We've done 5 rounds, and Mike has won 3 of them. So I think that makes our winner clear this evening.
Wow. Okay.
Good job.
This was fun. Casey, you really gave me a run for my money here.
Thank you. This was really fun. You made me nervous on some of your arguments, and then I was like, "Oh, damn, the ice cream truck driver." That, I knew I lost that round as soon as you mentioned that guy. Damn it.
Amy Church says that she's winning her bracket so far. So there you go.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. By the way, ACL just wants you to know, butts are cool, poop is not.
Thank
Very,
you.
very important. Dayna, you put together another great show. Good job.
Thank you, and thank you, Casey and Mike, for joining us today and doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you for
Thanks
everybody
for-
who stuck with it and switched from Facebook over to YouTube, and then some of you went back to Facebook. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. That was really, really great. We will be back here tomorrow. It's Friday. We have the Comedy Spot News. We also have the show Who Did It? So come back and check those out tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. And then, of course, Saturday, you can see our 8 p.m. show, which is our stand-up showcase that we're filming right here at the Sacramento Comedy Spot. It'll be nice to get some comedians back on stage. We're kind of tiptoeing back into the waters with 4 stand-up comedians instead of bringing all of our improv people in at one time. So look for that tomorrow, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.